difference. There is a difference in taste. There is a difference in culture. There is a difference in language. Okay. If they capture at least 0.001% of the market, they would be, multi-millionaires or billionaires. Okay. Because people are so attracted to the size of the market. They're not you, all right? They're not the ones who are starting that business. They're not the ones who are entering that particular market. Even if they give you any kind of blueprint, getting into debt to start some kind of business which is not tested. How much should I invest in my business? I get asked this question a lot, and in this video I want to answer. Okay, well, generally speaking, I try to ignore this question because, in my opinion, if you ask this question, then perhaps you should not start any business right now. Let me explain why. First of all, we are here to, help you with the legal side of the things, like company registration, or assist you with your corporate bank account, or assist you with your business or work visas. Okay, but when you ask us how much you should invest in your business, like I said, it's a very specific question, and we are not informed, or we are not experienced in your business area. Okay, even if we were, we would not be able to tell you, how much exactly you should invest, because again, it really depends on many, many factors. You have to first of all look at your business plan. What are your goals? What is important? Okay, what do you want to achieve by forming this particular company, or by entering this particular market? Okay, yeah, like I said, this question actually it is frequently asked, but if you look at the people who are asking this question, most often the people are inexperienced in business, or they haven't run any business at all in their lifetime. So those are the people who ask this kind of questions, like how much should I invest, or how much do you think I need to pay this person, or how many employees will I need to run this company, etc., etc. I understand. I understand that you are excited about your business, and you are maybe entering this particular business area fresh, and maybe you don't have enough experience. That's understandable, but these questions cannot be answered by anybody but yourself. So what you have to do is look at your business plan. If you don't have a business plan, probably you should draft one. You should start writing one business plan just for yourself. I'm not talking about the business plan which is required by the banks, or which is required by some official institutions. I'm talking about the business plan just for yourself or your partners, so that you are very specific, you understand your goals. All right, what do you want to do with that company? Okay, what are your goals? What is important to you? What is your target market? Okay, what are your weaknesses, or what are your strengths? You have to calculate all of that in order to have a basic idea about the amount of money that is needed. Okay, and then you will go ahead and seek for investment, or raise capital from friends and family. And this is these are the basic steps, very, very basic steps that you have to take before you come to the point where you need to register a company. Most people actually they do this mistake. They go ahead and register a company, and they don't have any idea how much they need. Okay, they don't have any idea about the Chinese market, for example. We have a lot of clients actually who want to. They have some product maybe from their country, and they want to just sell this product in the Chinese market, and just they rush, they go ahead and register a company, and they don't have any slightest idea how much is going to cost them to enter the cosmetics market, for example, or some sports market here in China. They don't realize that it's going to be very challenging, very expensive, and the issue is, they don't calculate it, and somewhere, along the road, they will, realize that it's impossible, for them. I'm not talking about like it's impossible for anybody. I'm just talking about, particular people who make this mistake, not calculating anything, not considering the important details. Actually, those details are very, very important. Like I said, they have to be tackled, they have to be addressed before you come to this point. Okay. So to those people who have been asking about the money they needed, or the fund, the basic fund they need to start a particular business, yeah, take the practical steps, okay, right now. Like, find a problem here. For example, if you want to start just a business here, okay, maybe you're a student, all right, and you don't have any business experience, or you don't have even the basic knowledge. So this is where you start from, okay? You have to find some kind of problem or demand, and you need to fulfill that, right? Or if it's some real problem, come up with a solution. So, and then you start calculating, okay, how much you need in order to realize that particular plan, or to that solution, to deliver that solution to your clients. All right, maybe if it's a physical product, how much you need to produce the prototype, or the minimum viable product, okay, MVP. So this is where you start from, all right? You look at the market, you look at the basic expenses, and you look at your competitors' works, okay? See if you have any existing competitors, okay? Because these are the questions that you need to be thinking about before you start your company. If you start a company without answering these questions, probably it's not the time. I mean, probably you might be making a huge mistake here, because when you start a company, your clock has begun now, all right? Your tax is going to start. You need to start paying your accountant to keep filing for your company, right? And your rent payments are due, right? So all of these things are very, very important, like I said. Probably in your ear, or in your, from your perspective, they might sound very serious, this kind of questions, like how much should I invest, or, how many people should I employ, or, how to be a millionaire, or how to, get into the Chinese market and, get this 1% of the market of this particular field. All these questions might sound very serious and very important to you right now because of one reason. You don't have the experience in business in general. Okay, I'm not saying, in one country. And also probably you don't have the basic knowledge of running a company or starting a business. So what do you have to do? Like I said, take those baby steps and ask those questions to yourself, not to other people. And why? Because you need to find a solution, find an answer to your question yourself by making the necessary research. Okay, the research can be done from distance, from anywhere. You have the internet connection, that's more than enough. Do a market research, look at the problems you want to solve, look at the products you want to sell. How much are they selling in China or in the United States, for example, and look at your competitors' strategies. What kind of strategies they're using. Learn from them, okay? And for example, people asking about how many employees they need. Yeah, again, ask this question to yourself, okay? What employees you might need in the early days, all right? In our packages, for example, accountant already is included. So apart from the accountant, what roles are very important to you to realize your plan? Do not just go ahead and employ a whole bunch of people, because that might not be necessary, okay? In the first stages of your business, your main target, goal is to save as much as money, all right? And yourself as a founder, you have to be a tasking person. Actually, you have to take up several roles if that's needed to save money. And and the rest of the things can be outsourced without hiring people yet, because there are so many websites like freelancer.com or fiverr.com, etc., etc. You can just hire people on a project basis, okay, not like hiring people full time. And that's entirely possible, especially at the early stages of the business. Regarding the people, number of people or what kind of roles you should divide, how many people you get in your team, it really depends on your plan and what you want to achieve, okay? So for example, you have this, product to be realized and to be produced, or the project to be completed, and divide that project into several pieces. See if you can, as a founder, as a CEO, look at your skills and expertise. What kind of things you can bring yourself, okay, to the table. And if you can deliver at least like some portion of that project, that is, already a good thing. Right? And look at your partner's skills and look at your partner's, knowledge and expertise, or whatever sources they have. All right. So this is how you come up with a team. So after dividing, between yourselves and whatever is remaining unsolved, this is where you should outsource it somebody else. Right, most likely in the early stages, it will be freelancers, not full-time employees. Right, you get the project done on a contract basis, and that's it. You come up with your MVP and see the market reaction, feedback, and after that, you take it from there. Right, and how much you need. In the early stages, this is how much you should invest, all right, just to keep your company running a little bit. If you require some kind of job, if you are, if you need to freelance yourself to, keep your project going, you should do that, okay? One of the biggest mistakes people do is, getting into debt, actually, to start some kind of business which is not tested. The outcome is so unpredictable that they end up being in a lot of debt. That's the biggest mistake. I'm against that. So be careful. Do not take any debt yet. Just try to raise money from your own pocket or from family and friends, just to see the market reaction first. Okay, maybe your product is not needed after all, maybe it's not good enough for the market, for the new market. Even if you ask these questions from anybody, like any millionaire or any billionaire, he or she would not be able to give you the correct answer, because they're not you, all right? They're not the ones who are starting that business. They're not the ones who are entering that particular market. Even if they give you any kind of blueprint, okay, probably that blueprint might not work, okay? You have to be very careful in that as well, because that blueprint is for them. It's coming from their, perspective, from their knowledge, based on their expertise and their own knowledge. It's not you, all right? Your perspective, your knowledge, your expertise, and your strategy and your approach to things is totally different, all right? So probably they look at some things and they don't see them as threats because they are so experienced, and you are not, so you have to look at some things and see them as threats, you have to tackle them. If you're asking this question, this means that you have to work on your plan, you have to work on your knowledge, you have to work on your business skills, okay? It's like holding a piece of jigsaw puzzle and then demanding others to give you the rest of the puzzle, without realizing that it is you who need to figure out how to fix this puzzle, right? So go ahead, learn the market, precisely which you want to enter in. If it's China, look at the challenges. All right. Most often the challenges are the culture and language. Okay. They are most of the time, again, overlooked. Okay, because people are so attracted to the size of the market, and they think that if they capture at least 0.001% of the market, they would be multimillionaires or billionaires. But in fact, that is so hard. Okay, it is next to impossible to many people. That's the reason why so many brands are failing in China. Why? Because there is the difference. There is a difference in taste. There is a difference in culture. There is a difference in language. Okay, there is a huge misunderstanding and huge gap in between the rest of the world and Chinese consumers, Chinese businesses. Right. So, yeah, before entering, not only in China, all right, this message to anybody who want to enter foreign market. Yeah, look at the market, analyze it, try to learn from the people or from businesses who entered that market before, right? And learn from their mistakes and analyze them. And yeah, take a piece of paper, write down a plan for yourself. All right. I'm not talking about, again, a precise formal plan. I'm talking about just a napkin plan. All right. Just to take a napkin and write something, calculate, take a calculator, calculate exactly how much you need. All right. In the early stages of your business. Regarding taxation, I just want to make it clear here in this video. In China, if your company is not generating any income, you don't pay any tax. Okay? This is obvious, and it's like 99% of the countries out there, exactly the same situation. Business is not generating any income, you don't pay corporate tax. But in some countries, including China, you keep filing. All right, even the company is not making any money. Because there are filing requirements for taxes, right? Zero income, you keep filing. Okay, in China, it's monthly and yearly. All right. So again, what I'm saying is that there are costs involved. Even if you don't pay tax, there are costs involved. Running a company, like paying your accountant, paying for your office. Okay, so that's why figure out first and then start the company. So, okay, yeah, I think I've covered the question, and I hope by watching this video you get at least something, to give you some right direction. Of course, if you have any questions regarding our services, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, legal sides of things like registering a company, work visa, business visa, in most of the countries around the globe, including China, Hong Kong. Yeah, welcome. Just let us know how we can help you with that. I hope, again, this answers your question. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next videos. Thank you.